success, but my family will. Hey. Y'all don't understand me still. I never enjoyed my success, but my family will. Hey.
That's what's up with E. It's California's dreaming.
They past that and just start seeing people as persons, then things will be a lot easier. Because it won't be the judgment. It won't be the judgment. It won't be the, man, I'm not giving you a loan because you're African American or because you're Latin or because you grew up in this neighborhood. It'll be, okay, well, what have you been doing for the last 3 years of your life?
Right.
Like, people change, man.
And I think it starts, even just kind of reverting all that back to the school system. We had a conversation earlier about how come these, we used to call them trades, aren't being taught for folks that necessarily don't want to go the college route. College is not for everybody.
No.
Period.
Not at all.
And that's a good thing.
So with the trade, I mean, you know, I'm a barber. So I've been cutting hair since the 8th grade. 39.
Come on now.
Like, that's a long time, dude. My parents bought my brother some clippers for his birthday. I know, for Christmas. They bought him clippers for Christmas. I got some bad haircuts. I learned how to cut my own hair. And then, you know, this is where we at now.
Right.
Man, Cut Creations. We here. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
So you should cut by the homie Yas.
Yeah, that's money.
That's money, right?
Who's oh my God, cutting my hair since high school.
I remember. You guys used to go to his house.
Yep.
In that
his house.
Cut in the hallway.
Yep. Many moves ago, man.
All right, so how has things changed? I remember when you got your first car, bro.
Yeah.
I remember when you got your first car, it was important for you guys to get cars because you can't get caught riding on a bus.
No.
So explain that. Explain, where does that come from? You can't get caught riding on a bus. This is a bus line that's in San Francisco, California. It should be a safe place to ride. It's public transportation. Why can't we ride on the bus, man?
Well, depending on, you know, what line you get on in the city, it might be ugly for you.
I'm green. What's ugly?
You know, it might be a problem. It might be a problem depending on what neighborhood you come from, or you're going through. San Francisco, riding a Muni is like riding a bike, though. We loved it, but it also could be a little sketchy, as they say sometimes.
Yeah, that's my lady and my kid. The door's open. Is it? No? Sorry. So with riding the bus or not being able to ride the bus, like, how hard does that make things?
I mean, it creates a huge challenge. I mean, just for us at the time, as far as going places, as far as being up on the safety tip, it can be problematic. In addition to that, though, just very time consuming in a sense. But it was once you got your first car, you was mobile. You know, that was a coming of age. It was everything at the time. You know, you get your first new whip.
What's one of the first things you did? First car. What you do first?
First car in the city. Number one, you gotta go hit Twin Peaks. First thing in the city, you gotta go to Twin Peaks. You gotta pull up to Ocean Beach.
Right.
Oh my God, where was we at with it? Embarcadero, Pier 39, Coit Tower. Oh my gosh. Golden Gate Park, slide through.
Okay, so in that time, you got your first car. How has San Francisco and the gentrification changed things since then to now?
You talking about?
See how I set that up?
Where do you even start? Growing up in Portola District, it was a real melting pot. That particular community had multitude of races, Asian, Black, Filipino, Latin, very mixed at the time. It's the early 90s. Also, my father was from Fillmore, 1924 Bush Street, across the street from Japantown. Fillmore was 40% African. The city was 40% African American. Fillmore at the time was known as the West Side Harlem, with all of the businesses, predominantly African American businesses in the entire city.
Yeah.
My uncle owned a liquor store, corner store in the middle, right in the heart of Japantown. Yeah, it's changed tremendously. I mean, where do I start? I took a walk by which is now called the Mission Bay area, a newly built area, if you can believe it, in San Francisco, near AT&T Park, baseball park, which is now called Oracle Park. And when it first opened, it was SBC Park. Look that up.
SBC, AT&T.
AT&T, Pac Bell.
Yeah. Sponsorships right there.
You know, so just seeing we saw two neighborhoods being built right in front of you, which is now the Dog Patch Mission Bay area, which used to all just be parking lots for SBC Park.
Mm-hmm.
So just that is just mind blowing to me. You know, it's crazy. A lot of my peers, my schoolmates, classmates, were intentionally pushed out due to some of the things that he touched on earlier, as far as not being as knowledgeable about holding on to your property. A lot of people don't know there's Victorian houses not only across the street from Alamo Square, aka the Painted Ladies Full houses. There's Victorian houses in the Bayview too, which a lot of people don't know, in a very affluent area. $1 million mansions called the Whitney Young Circle in the Bayview. So just being knowledgeable about your community, you know, is key.
So with all of that, so how do we stop the No Child Left Behind? So with all the programs and everything that we talked about, so how do we start to make it better?
I think from on the grounds, in the trenches, it starts from reform and legislation being passed on these curriculums and initiatives that are affecting our kids, our communities in these schools, because it's not working.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's not working. So it needs to be reformed, and it needs to be what we call lip service, is a lot of talking and no action. For our kids to be successful, for our kids to be on an even playing field. And I think it takes some different kind of resources, more programs, i.e. Hidden Geniuses, college tracks, early intervention programs that are setting our kids up for success.
All right, so how do we get the persons in power? Because that's who makes the final decision, like the last decision. How do we get them to change things? And with this time being, you know, civil rights movement, is this the time? Like is it now or never? Like is this it right now?
Yes, and more yes. Right now is the time for folks to mobilize like they've been doing, to sign initiatives, sign petitions, and be conscious of the things like the No Child Left Behind Act. And for our families, I cannot stress it enough, mom, dad, sister, cousin, brother, uncle, going and voicing your concerns and opinions is huge. Our families, they hold all the power. They get things done. So advocating for your child. If you can't be there, send uncle, send granny to 555 Franklin. Talk to the superintendent and get your voice heard, because these policies are affecting our kids down the road in our future. And we want the brightest minds, and we need all of you.
So it's not just for California, because it's happening all over the country.
Correct.
And then it's not even just in the United States.
Yep.
I've seen some outside the country No Child Left Behind laws as well. So is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Just to the people, just keep your foot on the gas pedal. We need justice for folks. In addition to that, self-care. These are stressful times. You need to take care of your mental, aka beast mode. And really just be conscious about what you do with your energy. Be conscious about what you give your time to. Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous, right? So look though, man, I'm What's Up with E. I want to thank Rose for coming back, man.
Appreciate
Big ups
you.
to Chris, man. I see the victory lap. Don't act like I didn't see that.
You got the credit. Hell yeah.
Man, make sure you guys get some of these cookies. Dude, these cookies is hella good. I'm a be overweight if y'all don't eat none.
Look.
Look, man. California's dreaming, man. Stay dangerous.
Stay dangerous.
Man, we not safe, dude. We need some change. We need ownership in the communities. We need better ownership. Now, I'm not like that's not bad. It's not bad, but not just clothing lines, not just shoe stores. You know, not just small stuff like that. Like we need grocery stores. We need produce markets. If you're gonna get a shoe store, man, make sure the shoe store is benefiting, you know, your community. Like, think about the things that get used every day, right? So on the table, there's some drinks, there's a bowl, a glass jar with some cookies, some other things. Some things need labels. Who makes the plastic bottles for the water to go in? Like think about other stuff. Like who makes the paper towels? Who bottles the seasoning that we use for the chicken? Like all of that stuff is different revenues. You know potentially financial success. We just need to figure out what everybody uses and what everybody needs, so we can start opening those kind of businesses. Starbucks, man, how many people drink coffee every day?
Right, millions.
Man, those coffee pods, like why don't we make our own flavored coffee pot? Like I'm just saying, like there's so many different things that we could do, so many different things that it's endless possibilities. There's gardeners, there's bus drivers, there's auto mechanics, like all of these things, like don't just work for someone else. Like try to own the business yourself.
Yep.
Because if you work for someone else, somebody else could always tell you you're fired. They always have the lasso, they always have financial control of your well-being at the end of the day. Like so they fire you and then you look for another job. So what you put in 15 years, 40 hours a week, making somebody else successful, when if you put in 3 years, 40 hours a week, maybe times will be hard, maybe you'll be financially strained, but at the end of those 3 years, man, that might be the day that you working for yourself and you putting those 40 hours a week in for yourself finally pay off.
Right.
So with the No Child Left Behind, like, I mean, as parents, we just got to do a better job as making sure our kids are, you know, doing their schoolwork and stuff like that. Like, and even me, like, I'm not better than anybody else. Like, I need to do a better job. Like, you know, like that's the first step in making sure that things change. Like, understanding what you need to do as a parent. Like, so, man, we just got to work better as a community and care more for the people in our community. Because if we care more about them, then when we get money or when we become successful, like the things that we do, the schools, the opportunities that we give should be to our communities and people that need help. Man, thank y'all for checking us out, man. Next episode's on the way, man. What's Up with E? California's dreaming, man. Stay dangerous,
Stay
right?
dangerous.